Hello and thank you for clicking on my channel, Cali Legends Media. I want to say thank you to all the people that have subscribed to my channel thus far. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, the thumbs up like button, and that notification bell. Not only will you be joining as a member of the Cali Legends Media family, but you will also help this channel and help myself in its growth. And I would really appreciate you joining. You'd be welcomed. To do so, you hit that subscribe button down at the bottom, the thumbs up, and the notification bell. Okay, so today's video is about these two young men that I met while incarcerated. They were Sallies. I'm not sure how old they were, but I'm thinking they were about 19 in their early 20s, 19 to their early 20s. They're always laughing and joking around, and they were good friends to each other and to myself. I'm not going to mention their name because I didn't know them like that, and to go and put their names out there, I'm not going to do that. And respect to the family too. One of them passed away, and one of them went blind. What happened was, it was going to be one of their birthdays, and they were getting ready for a celebration, right? So, you know, they're planning out what they're going to do that day, you know, how they're going to get down that day, what they're going to make to eat and everything. And they're fussing over it. They decided to get some wine started so that it would be ready on time. So I'm sure many of you have already heard of Pruno. Pruno is jailhouse liquor. Okay, it's jailhouse hooch. And the way that it's made is the inmates usually use the juices from the meals. Anything with sugar that they give you to drink, they usually save it up. Any fruit salad, oranges, apples, they collect all of that and buy sugar if they can from people in the kitchen. The more sugar, the stronger the liquor. So these guys got their little batch together, threw everything in a bag. You add some water, and then you need a kicker. That's what we called it, the kicker. The kicker is what starts the fermenting process, okay? Some people use potatoes to make their liquor, even ketchup, believe it or not. Anyways, I don't know what ingredients these youngsters used, but they got their batch together. And the kicker that I just mentioned, what it is, it's usually a bag or a container of rotten fruit. It's from another batch of wine that was successfully fermented. And what they do is they gather all of the top fruit that was used in making that wine. They squeeze it out, and then they save it for the next batch. Usually, you could use it several times and make several batches of wine with this kicker. It's basically rotten fruit, fermented fruit. So these guys are all excited. What happens is they usually use a big plastic bag, and the bag starts to blow up. Okay, once the bag's blowing up, you got it going. Okay, it's cooking. You keep it warm, you know, wrap it in a blanket or something, and put it in a dark space under your bunk, or, you know, somewhere where it could do its thing. It's going to be blowing up, and you got to keep an eye on it, because once it gets completely blown up, you have to open it up, and you have to let the gas out. Okay, you squeeze all the gas out of it, you close it back up, and wait for it to blow up again. This thing's going to continue to blow up until all the sugar that you put into that batch has already cooked and burned away. And what you're left with is a type of alcohol. Okay. Now, I'm not sure how it happened, but I've heard that a lot of times when you make a batch, you could get bacteria growing inside of the bag, or a type of fungus that grows inside of that bag. You got to remember, it's all hot and steamy inside. You know, the bag looks like it has steam in it. It's the heat from the fermentation. And a lot of times you get stuff growing in there without knowing it. It's microscopic. You can't see it. And if you're real unlucky, part of that alcohol might turn to methanol. And methanol could damage your organs, your liver and your kidneys, your stomach lining. It's poisonous to humans when you consume it. And it causes blindness. Okay. Well, the wine was ready and it was time to party. These guys started getting their little celebration on. And they're having a good time, man. You could hear them having a good time. And later on, towards the evening, they got quiet. We figured they got drunk, you know. Then in the middle of the night, you could hear them vomiting, you know. Again, you think, oh, well, yeah, they got drunk. They're loaded. They were sick. In the morning, one of them yelled, "Man down." He couldn't get his Sally up. You know, his Sally was awake, but he wasn't coherent. You know, he wasn't in his right mind. So they finally got removed from the cell, both of them, and taken to medical. They were both sick. Well, news travels fast in the prison system and in jail, you know, especially bad news. And we had got word that one of them had passed away. And one of them was blind and in serious condition. That what they got was what they called it was botulism. Okay? Botulism is a deadly illness. And it does the same thing to you that the methanol does. It attacks your organs, and it's infectious and to humans. It's very toxic to humans, and causes death. The kid died, you know, over some pruno. I see some stations, you know, they some YouTube channels, I should say, talk about how they make pruno, and you know, they always talking about the good times that they had with the pruno. You know, I drank pruno when I was in jail and in prison. I didn't like it very much, but I did drink it just for the head change, you know. Even after I knew what happened to those kids, you know, that was pretty foolish of me when I look back. I wouldn't drink it now, trust me. There's no way you'd get me to drink that. Anyways, I wanted to do this video because, you know, I've seen people try to instruct viewers on how to make it, and they leave this little part out on how it could grow bacteria and fungus that can blind you and destroy your organs and or kill you. Okay, this kid was a youngster, man. Two little chicanitos, man, pelones, you know. I could see their faces right now, laughing and smiling, you know, and joking, and you know, really good spirited kids, you know. And they really thought they were going to just have a good time and celebrate the little homie's birthday. And it cost them their life, you know. Terrible thing, you know. Anyways, I just wanted to do this video because I was remembering them. And I'm not going to speak about the lesson because the lesson's clear. You know, I didn't even learn the lesson. After knowing them and seeing what happened to them, I still went in and drank Pruno for several years after that. But, you know, you do foolish things when you're being a fool, you know. I wouldn't drink it now, and I wouldn't recommend anybody else drinking it. You just never know what's in that bag. Anyways, this is my video for today. Thank you for watching, for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. And like I said, if you haven't joined, hit that subscribe button. There's no cost. And there's a lot of videos in store that you could go back and watch that are saved already, that I've done in the past 2 months. And there's more to come, more stories to come. I hope you you find this one interesting and educational, because that's what it's meant for, to show the what Prunos really could do, besides give you a head change. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and thank you again